First dialogue we had, understanding and the fear of the road of penitentiary. Somebody asked me that when does the reality of you actually being locked up or you facing a lot of time sets in. It's different for different people, but from my experience, I seen it really sets in at night. Because at night, your mind has a time to really process everything that you have been through that day. That's why you will notice that a lot of guys and a lot of females write letters, draw, play cards. They do it all at night. Because at night, you really cannot escape your thoughts because your thoughts become fully one with you. That's why I have seen during my prison bit a lot of guys commit suicide. I've seen a lot of guys engage in activities that usually they wouldn't engage in because they really fully understand the severity of what they going through at night. And that's my opinion. But like I say, through experience, I believe my opinion is very valid because I really didn't come to terms with reality of what I was going through until at night when I was alone in my cell, when I didn't have nobody else there with me, when I didn't have to put on a mask or pretend to be somebody else to keep safe or whatever the case may be. But at night was the hardest time for me in the penitentiary because I had to actually sit down and think. My mind had time to really process the different things that I'm going through. As far as 1285, I'm being locked up with a lot of guys who feel like they don't have no hope in life, so they don't care about whether you go home because they ain't going home. So I had to deal with a lot, like what I'm going to do the next day to survive, or what I'm going to do right now to survive this night. Because like I said, a lot of guys goes into their cell at night and never comes back out because they are alone with their thoughts, because reality have set in on them and they just could not bear that no more. They could not understand that this is just part of the process. Your mind is processing this, and the fear, just the fear alone was enough for them to be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going. I'm done. They write their letter, they say their goodbyes, and then that's it. They don't come out in the morning. They done either hung themselves or they done cut their wrists because reality have set in on them overnight. So to answer that question is, reality sets in at night. That's when your mind has a time to process everything that you have been through, not only for that day, but maybe for that week, that month. But at night, it's the hardest for anyone that's locked up because your mind becomes the dominant party when it comes as self. So I hope I answer that question as best as I can. Like I say, this is raw and uncut, no scripted, no nothing. So I hope I answered it best. Reality always sets in at night. Ask your loved one, ask your friend, when do they do their most creative activity? And they'll tell you, at night.